Only fools would walk away, but we're standing here today. Through the storms and history, only fools and SAFC. Sunderland till the day I die, underneath the west side sky. Through it all we still believe, only fools and SAFC.
Hello, how we're getting on? So what's finished? Manchester United 2, Sunderland 0. Disappointing result. Now, I'm not sat here disappointed about that performance. I'm disappointed that we haven't took anything from the game, to be fair. I thought second half we created more than enough opportunities to try and get something out of that game, and that's that disappointing, frustrating thing today. Regis Le Bris will probably admit himself that in the first half he got the tactics and the lineup wrong. For me, we should have played that back three. Dan Ballard should have came into the side. Like I say, hindsight is a wonderful thing, but Masuaku should not have been playing on the left-hand side. He got tortured against Forest last weekend. Ahmad and Mbeumo tortured him on that left-hand side today. Adingra and Traore just didn't work. I can see why Regis Le Bris did that, to try and catch out United's high line, to play the ball over the top, but we just didn't get it because Adingra and Traore didn't hold the ball up well enough. We couldn't get the ball into Isidore, which allowed Man United to get out quickly. And like I say, they were getting the ball to Mount, to Ahmad and to Mbeumo quickly, and they were causing us loads of trouble. The first goal comes down the right hand side. Ahmad links up with Mbeumo. The ball gets played into the centre, into Mason Mount. There's nobody marking him. He takes a touch, and that just shows you the sign of a good player, really. And Mason Mount, he's had a lot of injury troubles, but the ball comes into him. It's one touch, and it's hit, and it's in the back of the net before our players have a time to react. And that's the difference between, average Premier League players and good Premier League players. You don't get the opportunity to close them down. Like I say, one touch hit, it's in the back of the net before we can react. It's 1-0. And it's poor. It really is poor. And like I say, the way we set up was all wrong. But then we go 2 goals down. It's a long throw. There's 4 of our players get drawn to the ball. I think McQuarrie is the one gets the flick on. Again, Sesko reacts quicker than Trey Hume. It's a toe poke. It's in. It's 2 out. And you really, really are up against it there at United. The confidence is up. You've already conceded an early goal, and it's back to the wall from there. Now, to be fair to Regis Le Bris, 35 minutes he does change it. He realises that he's done the wrong tactics and done the wrong formation. We bring Dan Ballard on for Simon Adingra, who I thought, like I say, struggled to get into the game. Gets the ball, tries to take too many people and was losing it, and it was allowing United to get out. From that point on, I thought we were much, much better. We looked much more solid at the back. Defensively, we looked really, really good. And at the end of the first half, we should have scored. But before that, the penalty shout. Now, overall, I think Stuart Attwell had a really, really bad game today. I thought he was really biased towards Man United. The penalty incident, I thought it's probably not a penalty. However, if that's outside the box, it's a high foot, it's dangerous play, you probably get a free kick. I know the ball hits Trey Hume in the face, but Sesko has still got his foot raised towards Trey Hume's head. If it's given against us, you've probably seen it's a harsh one. So there's probably a case either way, but it's probably the right decision. However, what my bones and what my gripes are about Attwell is he booked Siddiqui in the first half for a tackle. He books Alderete in the first half for a tackle. Yet Luke Shaw must have committed 3 or 4 fouls in the first half and was given nothing. And that's, to me, is just all wrong. You've got to be in the level playing field. And that's just biased towards United. I thought he was really, really poor, Stuart Attwell, today. But at the end of the first half, Dan Ballard from a corner has a really, really great chance. Back post, free header. If that goes in, it's game on. We know United have been struggling of late. That would have put the nerves right amongst them, conceding that at the end of the first half. It's a great, great chance. And so disappointing that Dan Ballard couldn't convert that free header. Second half, I thought we were much better again. I thought we come out and we competed and matched Man United. And I think we created more than enough opportunities to get something out of the game. That's the frustrating thing for me today. That's why I'm a bit disappointed. We have Mayenda breaks through, and instead of releasing the ball to Trey Hume, he tries to put one in the top corner, and he skies it. Then McQuarrie puts one across the box. Brobby should be getting himself in there, should be breaking his neck foot to get in there, to get on the end of it. Doesn't. It flashes past him on the goal line, And then 90th minute, Talby as well will create a really good opportunity. Talby's just got to shoot and put either side of the goalkeeper, Lemons, and doesn't. He shoots it straight at the goalkeeper, and again, 90th minute, it still puts the seeds of doubt in their minds. Also, as well, getting back to the referee, Stuart Attwell, he books Traore in the second half of simulation. For me, an absolutely ridiculous decision, because Traore has gone through, he's nudged by Fernandez, he's then nudged by Lemons, the goalkeeper, he guns down. It's probably not a foul or a penalty, but the fact is, it's not a booking either. Nowhere did he dive there at all, and that's really, really shite from that referee today. So, another one of the frustrations of the game today. Like I say, getting beat 2-0 at United is not going to define our season at all. I thought it was a decent performance second half. I thought Regis Le Bris did well to address the fact that he dropped a bollock in the team lineup and the tactics in the first half. He put it right, didn't wait till half time when it could have been 3 or 4 the way things were going. So well done to Regis Le Bris. I'll give him credit for that. But we're now going to that international break off the back of a defeat. But like I say, Man United would have been expected to beat us. They were the favourites to win. So it's not all doom and gloom. Getting beat there is not the end of the world. We've got to bounce back now against Wolves after the break, and hopefully we can get back to winning ways and get another 3 points. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below of how you thought the game went. If you were there, was that a fair assessment? How disappointed are you? And what's your overall thoughts on the performance? Like I say, overall, to sum it up, player of the match for me, for us, Roof's probably saved us again 2 or 3 times. I think that, when they were raining shots in that first half an hour, could have easily been 3 or 4. I thought, other than that, everybody kind of got a 6 out of 10, to be fair. Lefebvre, I thought, didn't really get into the game either. He struggled. Trey Hume struggled, I thought, as well. Siddiqui probably covered a lot of ground. Xhaka tried to mark his mark, but it gets booked as well. So a very, very, overall a 6 out of 10 performance. But the game's gone. Forget about it, we move on. I also thought, for them, I thought the keeper made a difference. I thought he's a confident goalkeeper and probably gave them a bit more confidence at the back as well. I thought Lemons did well for them, come and claim crosses and what have you, and kind of settled them down. But when you concede an early goal, you're always up against it. But anyway, that's just my thoughts anyway. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. John Ruddock, just before we're gone, as you can see, I've got the sign up. So there it is, Only Fools and SAFC. I might need to move the Only Fools this way a little bit so you can see it all. But thank you very much for doing that sign as well. I really appreciate it. It looks class on the wall. Really sets up the background. But if you don't mind, please like, share and subscribe and hype the video. And we'll get this to as many Sunderland fans as we can. But Sunderland fans, don't be too disappointed. Don't beat ourselves up. Dust ourselves down and come back stronger after the international break, where we'll hopefully get 3 points against Wolves. And our title challenge will be back on. So, see you next one. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. Stay safe. And we'll speak soon. How are the lads?
Sunderland's where we live and fight with pride.